Providence Lanes. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Durbin, and tonight we have a unique telecast for you. It's a doubles event with the best touring players team of the nation's top seniors. They're bowling in a Scotch doubles format that forces both players to bowl well in order to score high and win matches. And we've got great players on both sides of the aisle here tonight, exemplified by the team in the number 3 position. The touring player there is Parker Bohn III, who's won 11 times so far in his career. He's making his 8th telecast this year, but still looking for his first victory of any kind. His partner won 5 times when he was on the national tour, once since he's become a senior, Pete Couture. The number 2 team, the touring player there is stylist Eric Forkel, who won the 1992 PBA National. His partner is the 2nd leading money winner on the senior tour, Gene Stus. And our number 1 team has the touring player, the youngest bowler on our telecast tonight, 26-year-old Jason Couch. And his partner won his first tournament in 1970 when Jason was just 1 year old, PBA Hall of Famer Larry Laub. And my partner is a PBA Hall of Famer, and he's not quite eligible for the senior tour just yet, but he's with 2 top senior teams right now. Take it away, Marshall Holman.
Thank you very much, Mike. I'm with the number 5 qualifying team, the senior Gary Dickinson and his partner Bob Belmont. Gary, you've got a lot of experience. Last night you struggled a little bit towards the end. Are the lanes a little more accommodating for you today?
Well, hopefully. The last game, I was just wanting to finish and still make the top 5, so hopefully a lot better today.
All right, and Bob, you're looking for your first win on national television. Do you think that Gary can help you get that one?
Well, I picked a pretty good partner to do it, so we got a good shot to win tonight.
All right, good luck to you. Our number 4 qualifying team, the senior of John Hricsina and Rick Steelsmith, the touring player. Now, you guys are the only team that are both right-handed. Do you feel that that gives you a little bit of an edge? You can help each other out?
I think it gives us an edge for lining each other up. I've been lining up all week off of Rick, and he's done a real good job at it.
All right, and Rick, this is your first telecast in quite a while. Nerves a little bit pumping right now?
A little bit, but I was expecting it, and I think once we get going, we're going to both get focused, and we're going to be all right. So.
All right, well, they seem like they're ready to go, so let's bowl that first match.
Thank you, Marshall. Using lanes 33 and 34 here at East Providence Lanes. And the way this works is that one player will bowl all of his frames on one lane. His partner will bowl on the other lane. So right now, the team of Belmont and Dickinson has chosen to have Dickinson start the match on lane 33. Gary, 6'4", from Edmond, Oklahoma. 175 pounds, 53 years of age. And his first shot, perfect.
Well, that ought to help the nerves out a little bit. Gives Bob Belmont a chance to get up and strike in the second frame and give them an early double.
John Hricsina from Franklin, Pennsylvania, 59 years of age. Throws the biggest hook of any of the senior players on tour, probably.
Well, he does, and I'm not so sure that's going to be quite an advantage for him early in the telecast. The lanes have been a little bit easier as the days have progressed. The oil carries down, makes the ball hold a little bit as he shoots for the 3-6-10.
And misses it. Takes just the 3-6, leaves the 10 pin, so the team of Steelsmith and Hricsina open in the first frame. Rick now up on lane 33. So both teams, Marshall, have chosen to have the touring player finish the match in the 10th frame.
And that's pretty standard, Mike. The touring player, they bowl more tournaments. They're a little more tournament tough, and they're the ones that are going to be bowling in the 10th frame. Now, very important for Rick to get off to a start here in the second frame, get a strike after the open.
And he does. No trouble. As you pointed out, Steelsmith and Hricsina are the only team that are both right-handers. Dickinson and Belmont, a righty and a lefty.
Yeah, and it's a little bit difficult for Dickinson and Belmont to be able to help each other out with their games. However, the left side played very well this week, and Bob Belmont is pretty hungry for that first win on national TV.
Oh, what a nice break. Well, that was everything up there for a minute.
That was more than a nice break. I'll tell you, Mike, that he had 3 pins that were spread apart, looked like a split, but the pins, they responded. Now we'll see the ball. It's starting to hook now, and it's creeping in high. And there you've got the 6 pin, you've got the 10 pin, you had the 7 pin.
You had the 4 pin. You had double pinnacle up there for a while. Dickinson trying to take advantage of that break. Comes up light, leaves the 2-5. Seems like he had a little hop there at the end.
Yeah, his slide wasn't quite what he wanted. I think that probably made the ball hang out a little bit on him. Wasn't able to get the proper leverage. As you can see, Gary averaged 224 for the qualifying and match play. He takes a harder ball, shoots straight at the spare.
Oh, wow. He was worried.
Well, not exactly a textbook kind of conversion, but the big smile from Gary Dickinson, and he's happy to have that.
Hricsina again up on lane 34, worked 31 years for the post office before he retired and came on the senior tour.
And this is for a double. Much better delivery. And you can see Rick Steelsmith certainly appreciates that.
John may hook it more than Steelsmith.
Oh, he does. And I'll tell you, John is so strong. I think all those years as a postal carrier, it did nothing but get him stronger and stronger. Now, Rick Steelsmith up on lane 33 came in a little bit light, sort of mixed the pins around.
Well, that's your favorite hit, isn't it?
I really believe it's a higher percentage strike than hitting flush in the pocket with today's bowling balls.
Well, he says the flush hit is all right, too, Marshall.
Well, he's got everything going right now. Watch this ball. This ball's going to hook real hard towards the end. Just absolutely dead flush. Another beautiful shot from Rick Steelsmith.
Team of Dickinson and Belmont just behind by 1.
Something hot, something new, something colorful is coming to bowling from the PBA. To order your all-new official PBA shirts by Munsingwear, just call 1-800-PBA-TOUR. Operators are standing by. Now you can wear the winningest shirt on the 96 PBA Tour, including the Tournament of Champions, and save $20 at show special price of $42.95 plus $4 shipping and handling. Receive free catalog with each purchase. 1-800-PBA-TOUR or fax 1-888-PBA-TOUR.
All right, this is it.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
That was only the first out of the game.
Make it a Bud Light.
That's a real beaver.
Bob Belmont up on lane 34, trailing by 1 pin, working on a spare in the 3rd frame.
Wants to try and set it up for his partner so they can get another double.
Carries that light hit. I asked Belmont about his goal of winning a tournament.
No, I haven't. I just keep doing the best I can, and hopefully I catch a few breaks once in a while. I don't usually catch too many breaks on the TV. They're averaging like 260 on me, so maybe today we'll get a couple breaks. I got a good partner, a real good partner, and we'll be all right.
Dickinson trying for the double to put him in the lead, and carries the 10.
Well, it was those kind of strikes that got Gary into the PBA Hall of Fame and also the ABC Hall of Fame.
Accomplished an awful lot in his career.
Oh, he certainly has. John Hricsina going for another strike. I don't know what happened to him on that first delivery, Mike, but he certainly has figured it out in his last 2 shots. Been perfect.
Boy, it's just, you talk about force. He just like throwing it over the heads and over the hook part of the lane where it just hooks at the back end now.
Well, as strong as he is, you wouldn't think he'd have to force it, but that's kind of his game. He really puts a lot of energy into each and every delivery. Rick Steelsmith now on the left-hand lane, trying to give his team 5 in a row as they lead by 1 pin.
Says yes, he liked it. So it's an 11-pin deficit for the team of Dickinson and Belmont.
Now watch the way this ball just makes the pins dance. Comes in light, bowler's best friend.
Well, you see the 5-7-10 was up there for a split second.
Just for a split second.
Well, we had high scores all week long, and our viewers at home can certainly see why.
As we see Bob Belmont's ball go far to the left, and watch the way that the 7-pin gets kicked out by the 4-pin.
Dickinson now in the 7th frame, trailing by 1 pin to give his team the lead.
Well, he's fortunate just to leave the 10-pin. That ball did not get off his hand cleanly, and the way they're striking right now, Mike, that one errant shot could be the one to hurt.
Again, as you pointed out, he's fortunate to get away with 9 and a probable spare here.
Well, Gary is a very good spare shooter. He will go with the ball that doesn't hook as much, and I believe he only uses one of his fingers to shoot this spare. No problem with the 10-pin.
Has the 10-pin. As we go to break, the team of Dickinson and Belmont lead by 11 or 2 by 2. Will they stay ahead? We'll find out.
Seasoned fans of the watering trough know why it's the area's best place to relax, unwind, watch the game, and munch on some of the finest food around. Our lounge features everything from soup and sandwiches to full-course meals. There's even weekly entertainment. But what really scores big is our team of employees who always go the extra mile to make sure you're satisfied. So it's easy to see why fans keep coming back to the watering trough. It's the place for everyone. The watering trough on Main Street in Mount Joy.
Continental Dodge and Continental Honda, their 96 model clearance means sell them regardless of profit. We're talking hundreds of brand new 96 cars, trucks, and vans at super saver prices. Every 96 Dodge, every 96 Honda must be moved and fast. Bad credit, no problem. You've got credit at Continental. $49 down cash or trade means you could drive tonight. Bring your title, bring your payment book for Dodge. See Continental Dodge, 1280 East Trucklet Avenue in Hershey. For Honda, see Continental Honda opposite the Harrisburg International Airport in Middletown. For Toyota, Mazda, or Subaru, see Continental Toyota, Mazda, Subaru, 3233 Paxton Street in Harrisburg.
John Hricsina on lane 34, 7th frame. His team leading by 2 can increase it to 12 with a double here, which would actually be 6 in a row.
Lofts the ball way out of the lane, and it holds pocket. That ball looked like it was going high, Mike.
The first ever 24-hour all sports news network is coming to your television soon. Catch the premiere of ESPN News on ESPN at 7 p.m. Eastern on November 1st for your first look at the future of sports television from the worldwide leader in sports. Then to get ESPN News, call your local cable operator or satellite program provider. November 1st is not far away.
Just a couple days.
Trying to increase it to 22.
Oh, he is locked in right now, and I know his 2-year-old daughter Kayla and his wife Roxanne are home in Wichita loving seeing those strikes.
Well, Belmont, 8th frame, trailing by 22, has to strike here to set up the 9th frame for Dickinson.
Well, he sure does. He needs this strike, and then his partner is also put in a must-strike situation to have a chance going into the 10th frame.
Shot clock all the way down to 4. Oh, the solid 7-pin.
And, you know, he talked about it earlier, Mike, that he really hasn't been too lucky on television. And it seems to be holding true again. Another great shot. As we have a shot of Bob Belmont's father, John. He's smiling, but he'd be smiling a lot more if that darn 7-pin would have fallen over.
Cross lane at the 7-pin. A little rumble, but knocks it over.
I wasn't sure it was going to make it. That ball looked like it was going a little too far to the left, but it hooked back, made it no problem. Now,
here are some of the candidates for the Senior Player of the Year. Dickinson has won twice. If he would win tonight, which is in doubt right now, he'd probably have a leg up on it. But the great Earl Anthony, and of course, John Handigard's always there on the Senior Tour. And there's some other players that have an outside chance, too.
Gary Dickinson up in the 9th frame. Certainly must have this strike. That looks like it's going high also. The last 2 shots that Gary has thrown, Mike, it looks like he's gotten over the top of the ball, and his thumb has actually gone downward. Instead of staying behind the ball, you can see in his delivery, he doesn't stay behind the ball long enough. He comes over the top of the ball. His hand is over the ball, and that makes the ball hook high. He doesn't throw a lot of hook, but he needs that hook to come in the right part of the lane, and that hooking was early.
At the 6'10", has the spare. Keep what fate hopes his team has still alive. The lead is 25. Hricsina is up, working on 7 in a row of his team, Steelsmith and Hricsina.
Well, with a couple of spares, I believe Hricsina and Steelsmith can lock this up.
That's better than a spare. Well, the team of Couture and Bohn coming on, as we see Susan Hricsina, John's wife, are they going to make the strategy so that Hricsina has to finish the match, the next match?
Well, they very well may. I think if I was them, I would make Hricsina finish because he's the only one of the two players that's even shown anything close to a bad shot.
35 pins the difference. Steelsmith working on 8 in a row.
And Steelsmith has struck on every delivery he's made on lane 33.
Leaves the 2-8, but that should be enough. Going to put him, even if he misses it, in the 240s. They're going to be a winner no matter what right now. So the next match will be Bohn and Couture going against Steelsmith and Hricsina.
And you know, Mike, he wants to make this spare because he didn't like the way he got out of that last shot. I'm sure he'd like to have one more shot on lane 33 to get a little better feel for that strike line.
Well, you can see he's working at the spare. He's thinking the same way that you are. Has the spare. He gets a practice shot on lane 33.
And now Bob Belmont will just finish out the game. Well,
a little bit ahead of himself.
He got a little ahead of himself. And Bob wanted me to say hi to his mother, Helene, in Clearwater, Florida. She's not feeling well right now, and Bob wants to say hi to Mom. All right, now here we go on lane 33. Rick Steelsmith wants to make sure he gets himself back in the groove. He made an errant shot first ball in the 10th. He wants to be striking.
That looks like he did it right there. The team of Steelsmith and Hricsina shoot .257. Quite an opening game, especially with an open frame.
And it's another tough.
Belmont pours it right in there.
Yeah, it's a classy finish.
Team of Dickinson and Belmont didn't bowl a bad game. If he strikes it out here in the 10th frame, they'll finish with .234. They could have a possible 8 out of 12 strikes and lose the match by over 20 pins.
Well, that's Bob Belmont in his 5th televised finals and his 5th loss, but he keeps making shots like that. We'll see him again. He'll get another chance at it.
And if I'm right, the only time he didn't strike, he left a solid 7th inning. So he had an opportunity for 7. He's going to get 6.
He bowled really technically as good as he could. Just not enough to beat the team of Hricsina and Steelsmith.
Belmont says, well, they're averaging .260 at me, but they only shot .257 this time. We'll be back with an average builder talking about an adjustment in your grip right after this. Stay with us.
Invented the mutual fund in 1924. By the time Whirlaway thundered to the Triple Crown, we'd been in the race for 17 years. No wonder millions of investors respect our track record today. For more information, ask your financial advisor or call us. MFS. We invented the mutual fund.
When sports cream? When legs are sore. When backs ache. When muscles hurt. Why Sports Cream? Rubbing it in brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell. Why Sports Cream? Because it works.
One name that's always on the job. Arrow. The Arrow T50 staple gun for insulation and 1,001 household uses. The hot melt glue gun with automatic lever feed for home repairs and arts and crafts. T50 staple gun hot melt glue gun. Arrow. You'll grow attached.
Well, this concludes our tour of the Bud Light Brewery. Thank you very, very much.
Hey, look, everybody. It's a new guy.
Hey, new guy.
New guy.
New guy.
Hey, new guy. Name's Jim. Been here since September '93. This here's Fred. He took the tour in '92.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Welcome to paradise.
Make it a Bud Light.
You need anything from the outside, I'm the guy you see. Okay? Chips, pretzels.
It's another action-packed season in the NBA. So get a jump with ESPN Magazine Pro Basketball 96. Give it a spin and see what's up with the new look Knicks. The NBA's Kitty Core. Then, can anyone stop the running of the Bulls? Check out the free agent frenzy. 12 guys to watch. And Morning in Miami. Meet Mr. Super Agent and the next great superstar. You'll get nothing but net in ESPN Pro Basketball 96 on newsstands now.
For this average builder, I want to talk about how we can make an adjustments with our grip, even after the ball is already drilled, depending on what the lane condition tells us that we need on a given night. For example, let's suppose that I'm bowling on a condition that requires a heavy roll and a strong finish at the back end. What do I want to do then? Well, personally, what I try and do is I put the fingers all the way into the first joint, and I tuck my little finger under because that's going to help give more lift to the ring finger and the middle finger. Then I like to spread the index finger like so. What that does for me is it helps me to stay right behind the ball and give me a little more side turn as the thumb comes out to get that strong finish at the back end. Well, let's suppose that just the opposite is required. I want the ball to make a gentler arc and hit the pins a little bit softer. What do I do then? Well, again, how you put the fingers in the ball. I want to put them in not as far then, just on the pads of the fingertips right there. And I don't want to tuck the little finger under, and I bring the index finger in closer to the other three fingers. This gives a straighter release, like so. The ball rolls a little bit more end over end, makes a gentler arc to the pocket, and doesn't hit the pins quite so hard. And the third thing I want to talk about tonight is suppose we're bowling in our league competition on a given night, and for some reason that we can't figure out tonight, I just can't get my thumb out of the ball cleanly. I'm hanging in the shot, and that makes me afraid to throw the next shot. What do I do then? Well, quite simply, what I recommend is you simply, instead of burying the thumb all the way in, pull it out just a little bit, maybe at 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch, where you feel comfortable, but so you know that when you let it go, that thumb is going to clear, and then you can lift with the fingers. The important thing to remember is that we can adjust that grip depending on what the lane condition does. And as we learn how to do that and gain confidence with it, we can build our average. Well, next week, we're headed to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It's the Greater Harrisburg Open. That's Wednesday night, November the 6th, new time, 8 p.m. You be there, and I will too, with another average builder. The team of Steelsmith and Hricsina with 9 strikes take on the team of Bohn and Couture next. We'll be right back.
My son insisted we try America Online. I said, what's in it for us? Now I know better. America Online makes our lives easier. It saves time and money, too. Look, I'll show you. You've got mail. My wife's family is all over the map. Big phone bills. Now she uses email. Just point, click. She says it's a great way to keep in touch. I don't mind saving for retirement anymore. I can research mutual funds, chart all my stocks, and do my banking all from home anytime I want. Now I have more time for family fun, like playing computer games. We download all our favorites and get a teacher's help with homework. No wonder the kids area earned the Parents' Choice seal of approval. I used to be intimidated by the internet and the World Wide Web, but thanks to America Online's great new web browser, I'm right at home. And there's more. Scan hundreds of magazines, get sports scores, enjoy hobbies, even shop online. So call this toll-free number and get everything you need to make your life easier and more fun.
Call 1-800-896-6400 for your free startup kit and 50 free hours.
If you need a Visa credit card, we have a special offer just for you. We guarantee to give you a credit card with no security deposit required, regardless of your past credit history. Almost everyone will be approved for a Visa card, even if you've been turned down before. If you meet our minimum requirements, your approval is guaranteed. Our offer is for an unsecured credit card. This means that you're not required to send in a security deposit. Don't miss this limited offer to obtain a Visa card with no security deposit. Call our number now. An application will be sent to you immediately.
All right, I'm here with the winners of the last match, John Hricsina and Rick Steelsmith, and they're going to employ a little strategy. Bohn and Couture are going to switch you guys up. you're going to be finishing the match. You're confident on the lane you've been bowling on. You feel good about that?
Well, we decided to just stay on the lane we're comfortable with, and if they're going to make us do that, we're just going to go with what they tell us to do.
All right, John. I noticed your shot in the 10th frame came up a little light. You made the spare, made the adjustment, made a good shot in the fill ball. Still feel good about the left lane?
I think so. I just didn't quite catch that second one. I got to catch quite a bit of it to get it back, so as long as I hit it pretty good.
All right. Thank you very much. We're getting ready for the second match. We're going to start right now.
Thank you, Marshall. In this event, there is strategy involved. What the team of Bohn and Couture have done is they have chosen, they get to choose what lane they want to start on. They've chosen to make Hricsina finish the match. So they've chosen to finish on the left lane with Bohn as the turning player there. They get that choice having finished higher in the standings, so Rick Steelsmith will start the match on lane 33.
And Mike, I don't anticipate any problem for John Hricsina finishing the game on the right-hand lane. I think that he's locked into it as we see Rick Steelsmith on lane 33.
Well, I was just wondering if all the turning players, Marshall, thought that the seniors, their nerves are a little frayed as they get older. They can't stand up to this pressure.
I don't think Rick seems to be too concerned with John and his nerves. I think he feels that John can get the job done, and I'm prone to believe that Rick knows what he's talking about. As we see Pete Couture, 51 years old from Titusville, Florida.
Trips that for the first shot.
And a nice, here we see Pete Couture, 5-step, pushes the ball out in the second step, kind of carries it a little bit. Very deliberate player, a little bit of a bent elbow, about shoulder high. Nice drive through and a nice long slide directly toward his target. A powerful shot from Parker Bohn, Mike.
And the last time we saw him, he was playing tit-tat-toe. This time he says, I think we'll just go with the X's instead of the zeros.
Yeah, he did have a lot of trouble in Detroit, but he seems to be lined in practice and in the start of the match.
Hricsina trying for the double to keep the match even. Leaves the 2-pin. Is that from the break in between, the oil carrying down, or?
I would think it's more of the break than it is the oil carrying down. You know, he's been sitting for a few minutes getting ready to bowl this game. He'll throw the ball hard and straight at the 2-pin.
Sticks a little bit there, but hits the pin flush in the face.
Here we see John with a 4-step delivery, big steps, and a lot of power right at the very end. He really uses a lot of that strong frame of his to impart the power onto the ball.
It's got to be the strongest 59-year-old I've ever seen.
I don't want him mad at me.
Rick Steelsmith on lane 33, a lane that he has only missed one time.
And he's really putting a lot of power on the ball. Look how much he's swinging that ball out to the right. Driving back hard.
Now, when he spoke about catching it and everything, what's he talking about there?
Well, he's talking about making sure that when he gets to the bottom of the swing, he puts a lot of fingers into the ball, a lot of wrist, a lot of roll. He needs that power in order to let the ball arc out to the right and then drive back into the pocket.
As always, ESPN brings you all the scores at 28 and 56 past the hour. 28 and 58 on the court. Couture leaves the 2-5. Appears that the guy is going straight on either lane. Can't really swing it back.
Right, and it looked like when Pete threw that ball that he kind of liked the way he let the ball go off his hand, but the ball actually, as you could see it, hooked out and did not get the finish going into the pocket. Pete Couture, an excellent spare shooter. He'll throw the ball very straight at the 2-5, trying to put the ball right in between the 2 and the 5-pin.
Has it. On Halloween night at 7:30 Eastern, the Philadelphia Flyers will face the Tampa Bay Lightning in a rematch of last year's physical conference quarterfinals. John LeClaire looks to pick up the scoring in the absence of Eric Lindros, while Dino Ciccarelli already has 4 goals and 8 points in his first 5 games, leading Tampa Bay to their best start in team history. Don't miss the NHL on ESPN2.
Parker Bohn going way to the left. Gosh, look at that shot, Mike. It looked like it was going to strike, and then it looked like it was going to split, and then now it looks like a spare.
He covered all the bases, didn't he?
Watch the pin action, the crazy pin action on this shot on lane 33. The ball's hooking in high. There's the 4-6. Looks like it's going to trip both the pins over. They're wiggling. They're trying. Well, at least the 4-pin fell.
Well, it looked like he was going to fall into the 6 there. He was going to make the 4-6 on the first ball.
Almost. I think he's got to be happy with just making that spare. That could have been a disastrous shot for him.
Hricsina on lane 34, trailing by 7, can take the lead with a strike here.
Well, he missed once last game. He's already missed once this game. Wants to get this double. A lot of loss.
The way that ball is finishing, you'd think that a solid 9 or something is going to pop up here now and then.
Well, that could be in the offing. He's delaying the hook on the ball by lifting it, lofting it way out onto the lane. He's not throwing the ball onto the lane early. He's getting it out there past the dots, it looks like.
And if you folks at home could see this, Marshall is telling me all this as he's demonstrating with his hands. I'm sure that we're all catching this.
Rick Steelsmith again on lane 33, trying to put a lot of roll and hook the ball hard back into the pocket.
Leaves the soft 10. So with the conversion here, the difference will be 2 pins. The team of Steelsmith and Hricsina will have them. He uses a different ball for the spare also.
Once again, our players, almost all of them, I believe, are using a different ball to shoot their spares with. This is a ball that does not have a lot of friction to the lane. Will slide down there. Shouldn't be any problem making the 10-pin.
Cross lane at the 10-pin has it. I'm Mike Durbin, along with my partner, Marshall Holman. We're here in East Providence, Rhode Island, at East Providence Lanes for the championship round finals of the Touring Pro Senior Doubles. And in our opening match, the team of Steelsmith and Hricsina defeated Belmont and Dickinson 257 to 234. Right now, Couture's up in the 5th frame in this match, trailing by 2 pins.
And really, the only adjustment that Couture made was that he got the ball further left through his delivery.
We see that Parker Bohn is trying for the triple-double crown.
That's
He's
right.
already won the PBA doubles and the mixed doubles. He's trying for the senior Touring Pro doubles. So.
I've never heard of the triple-double.
Well, we just made it up.
Parker Bohn came in high on lane 33 in his last delivery. Will he go for more speed, or will he move a little bit to the right?
He usually does it with speed.
Yeah, it looks like he did make the speed adjustment, got the ball out of the lane.
The team of Bohn and Couture lead by 8 pins. Can Steelsmith and Hricsina come back? We'll find out right after this.
I've never been tested for HIV. I should be. Everyone should be. So, I'm going to get an HIV test right now. Watch me.
Call this toll-free number now to order an HIV test kit, an important new product developed for our times by Home Access Health. The kit arrives discreetly and includes everything you need to collect a number-coded sample, send it to our certified lab, and get your accurate, anonymous results in 3 business days by phone. Home Access. Fast, easy, confidential, reliable. The kit costs $49.95. HIV testing is part of life today. So go to your doctor, go to your clinic, or just go to your phone and call 1-800-HIV-TEST.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Home Access. Making you feel right at home.
Dan Henning's Eagles are looking to bring a Thursday night fright to the Iron City when they battle Pitt in a Big East Halloween showdown. Boston College Pitt, tomorrow at 8, only on ESPN.
Hricsina up on lane 34, trailing now by 8 pins. Wants to get a strike here in the 6th frame, so his partner Steelsmith can put him back in the lead. Oh, the 4-6-10.
Well, and John's wife isn't too pleased with that. Well, he's just going to go for the 2 pins, just get the 6 and the 10, maybe, hopefully bounce something out. He threw it hard.
We asked John earlier about his big hook, whether it helped him or hurt him.
Well, in the morning block, it's a definite disadvantage because the lane snaps so hard in the back end, but as the day goes on, then it becomes an advantage. So I can answer both ways. In the evening, I think it is an advantage, but otherwise, it's not.
Well, it wasn't much of an advantage on that last shot, Mike. I think that big hook is just a little bit of a detriment on lane 34, especially when he doesn't get the ball far enough to the right. Yeah, Rick
lapse in concentration there.
Yeah, and he just looked like he got kind of slow, got over the top of that ball. Maybe as a result of Hricsina's open in the previous frame, he may have lost his concentration.
It's tough when you're already behind and then your partner opens to try and gear it back up and get that strike.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do that. You really have to be ready to really pull your partner up after a bad shot.
At the 6-10.
Hard and straight. He makes the spare. Now, Pete Couture has the opportunity to really put the pressure on Hricsina and Steelsmith and go into a 32-pin lead. They're up 22 right now.
Threw a beautiful shot on this lane back in the 5th frame. He's thinking in his mind that he just wants to repeat that.
I'm sure that's exactly what he wants to do. He'll try and keep the ball a little straighter towards the pocket.
He thought it had a chance, but he was looking at the 10-pin all the way.
Well, he made a good shot.
Today's finalists, wow, 44 PBA titles, 19 senior titles. That's 63 titles, a lot of years of experience, 183 perfect games.
Now, Pete Couture told me that he just had his 51st 300 game this week to go with his 51 years on this earth.
300 game per year. I can't say that.
I can't either.
We see the score there. The difference 21 pins. The team of Couture and Bohn has it. They're hoping to change this record. We see Bohn 0-7 this year, Couture 0-1. Bohn's record goes back to last year, and he's 0 for the last 9.
And they find themselves in pretty good shape with Parker on the left lane. Oh, and he looks very, very confident right now, Mike Durbin.
He likes that lane 33. Right now, if Hricsina and Steelsmith have any chance, John's got a strike right here and now.
Yeah, they cannot wait any longer. It's getting late in the game. They're up in the 8th frame. They're now down by 21 pins. Rick is looking a little shaky right now, too. But that ought to help him out a little bit.
Boy, his adjustment shot is just more lofted, more speed, and more turn.
Yeah, he's an instinctive player. He's not one to move on the lane as much as he is to move the way that he gets his ball out on the lane. So he does it more in his delivery and less with moving his feet and ball target.
Well, how is Rick going to do it here?
Well, Rick better amp up the speed a little bit because he got slow on the last shot. I hope he knows that. Taking a little extra time. There, his partner's trying to do everything he can to help him get this strike.
To keep him alive. He does. It's down to 11 pins right now.
And that's that key strike in the 9th frame, Mike. So he sets up John Hricsina, who's going to be finishing with a strike up in the 9th frame.
Couture now working on a strike, headed for the 9th frame.
Pete Couture on lane 34. This is a very, very crucial strike. Yeah, baby. Just barely squeaked that 5-pin over.
That ball just split the 5-6 right there. Parker now for the lockout shot, right?
And, you know, we do have a chance for a tie. If Parker were to get 9 spare strike, the team of Hricsina and Steelsmith could strike out, and we'd have a tie. Strike here for the win.
Still got it, doesn't he?
Well, he's not 0 for 9 anymore, Mike Durbin. That's a win. Now watch this ball. He's really, really letting it go. He's making very confident shots. Look at that ball hook into the pocket. And look at that reaction.
That's a long time coming.
Well, it has been a long time, and I know it's been eating at him. I know he's been thinking about
it. Again, now, with the team of Stus and Forkel coming on, they have a chance here to put the psychology thing on this team.
Well, and with as confident as Parker Bohn is right now, I think you've got to make Pete Couture finish on that right-hand lane. Just finishing up. Oh, look how wide that ball got. I thought that ball looked like it was in the gutter.
2:45, continuing our high scores.
And Steelsmith and Hricsina finished 4th. Still a good week. A little disappointed. Well, we'll
the solid 10. If you like bowling, stay with us next Tuesday. It's the LPBT. It's the Lady Ebonite Classic, 11 o'clock p.m. Central Time for the best lady bowlers in the world.
John Hricsina finishing up, shooting at the 10-pin.
Knocks it down. With a strike, they'll finish with 204. And undoubtedly, the key shot there, Marshall, was Parker's first shot in the 10th frame.
There's no doubt about that one. That was an excellent shot that Parker made as John finishes out with a strike.
Final score, team of Couture and Bohn, 245 over 204. When we come back, we'll have some other top finishers. Stay tuned.
The cable's connected to here. The stereo goes, no. Maybe that's for the Nintendo. No, that's the CD interaction jack. Bingo.
For 79 cents a month, we'll help undo whatever it is you did.
How much do I owe you?
It's nothing.
But you fixed my cable.
There's no charge.
You mean it's free?
I mean, you've already paid for it.
Here, take my husband's clubs. You'd be doing us both a big favor.
If you'll fix it, we'll fix it. That's all there is to it.
Okay, Berman, tell us what your nicknames are going to be this Sunday. We want to win that ESPN name game sweepstakes. Ben Winter Coates, Eric's sleeping with the enemy.
To enter ESPN's name game sweepstakes presented by Russell Athletic, watch NFL Prime Time in October. Write down a Berman nickname you hear and the date and mail it to the address shown. You could win a trip for 2 to ESPN headquarters. Watch NFL Prime Time and your nickname could be prize winner.
To enter, visit Lancaster Mitsubishi at 5260 Manheim Pike in Lancaster.
Some of the other people that made money this week. In 7th place, the team of P. Weber and Bob Schaefer. They averaged 245 as a team in the final round of match play. They made a big push for the TV show, but just came up short.
And rounding out the top 10, Brian Voss and Earl Chase, a PBA Hall of Famer and regular on the senior, team up for yet another top 10 finish.
And another team there, Tommy DeLutz Jr. and Dave Sutar. Tommy's made a pair of telecasts this year, and of course, Hall of Famer Sutar has 17 national titles and 2 senior crowns.
Mark Williams and Tita Semez. Mark continuing to push forward the $1 million mark, while Tita continues to show he has what it takes to compete on a weekly basis.
And our alternate, Steve Wilson, Dave Eagle. These two have combined for 3 titles this year, but each just missed out this week.
I'm here with John Horta, tournament chairperson for East Providence Lane. John, the first time the regular players are bowling here with the seniors. You've had 2 senior events. What's the difference in this year's tournament?
Well, this year, of course, having the touring pros with us, it's been a lot more excitement having the kids with the seniors. It's been great having the seniors for 2 years, all that more exciting with the kids.
And what do you think about our field tonight, the top players? A lot of class, a lot of titles.
Great field out there tonight. There should be some great scores.
All right, John, thanks a lot.
Our next match features Bohn and Couture taking on the team of Forkel and Stus. It should be an exciting semifinal match. We'll be right back.
Tired of waiting hours for one priceless sports moment? Don't
don't bellyache about it. Run over to the phone and order the all-new video collection that goes wall to wall with nothing but the most outrageous instant replays ever. The totally incredible sports collection from Global. Call now, and for the first time ever, you'll get not 5, not even 6, but 7 unforgettable sports videos. All for one low price of just $19.97. You heard it right. 7 hilarious videos for less than 20 bucks. There's no catch. Just hours of the most thrilling, the most chilling, and the just plain weirdest moments in sports history. All in one collection at one low price you won't run into anywhere else. Just $19.97, and you get incredible football plays, hockey fights and big hits, Bob Uecker's Wacky World of Sports, Nash and Zulo's Believe It or Else, Ali versus Foreman, Superstars of Basketball, and Superstars of Football. 7 full-length videos that'll entertain your family and friends for years. So call now to get hours of punishing hits and shoestring catches by today's biggest superstars like Emmitt Smith and Wayne Gretzky, plus a few Bush League athletes you'll have to see to believe. It's the best video value anywhere. And if you don't agree, we'll double your money back. Guaranteed. If you like your sports over the top, call now to get the totally incredible sports collection. 7 knockout videos for only $19.97. No other collection gives you more laughs, more gas, more bang for your buck. So drop what you're doing, put your fingers in motion, and call now.
Get your credit card ready and call 1-800-639-8998 to get the totally incredible sports collection for you or your favorite sports fan. 7 wild videos, a more than $100 value for just $19.97, and a double your money back guarantee. Call 1-800-639-8998.
This is a test. This is only a test for the debut of ESPN News. Friday at 7 p.m. We will interrupt our regular ESPN programming to bring you the special 1-hour network premiere of ESPN News. This concludes this test.
And the team of Forkel and Stus are just finishing up with their warm-up shots. And my partner, Marshall Holman's going to talk to them about their strategy in the upcoming match.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. I'm with Eric Forkel and Gene Stus. And, Eric, you like that left-hand lane. You're going to let the team of Bohn and Couture bowl in the same lanes they were on before, in the same finishing position. You like the left lane?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give a good shot on the left lane because I figure the left lane and I'm left-handed.
Left lane, left-handed. Makes sense. And you're not, no problem having Gene finish. You're going to be doing the anchoring. You're the senior. You got the experience. You ready?
Well, we did it all week this way, and it worked out, so we're going to go along with what we were doing all week.
That's it. He'll finish up.
All right. They sound confident. We're getting ready for our semifinal match coming up right now.
Thank you, Marshall. Personally, I wonder a little bit about that strategy of letting Parker Bohn finish on that left-hand lane that he is just crunching right now. It's their choice. So Forkel is going to start the match on lane 33. The senior, Gene Stus, will finish it on lane 34. What's your thoughts, Marshall?
Well, you know, they're down there making the decisions. I think it surprises me a little bit.
It sure does me, too. I mean, I'm not surprised they're bowling on the lanes they are. It's just the order they've chosen to start the match.
That's exactly right.
Eric starts it right off with a quick strike on 33. Of course, Gene Stus at one time stood up and threw 3 strikes in the 10th frame for $100,000. So I guess he can respond to the pressure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like this is going to be too difficult for him. Now Pete Couture on the right-hand lane. Trying to get his team started out with a strike. Throws a good shot.
Boy, both players are lined up there, Marshall. They're wearing the same slacks, the same shirt, throwing the same ball, getting the same results. Yeah. Strikes.
Now, this is a big shot right here for Parker Bohn. He needs to keep the momentum going. He did nothing but strike in that first game. Very strong towards the end, but he has been sitting for the last couple of minutes, so we'll see if he can take it.
Oh, what a bad break.
All right, Parker. Great job.
Well, already their strategy's paying off for their opposition.
He threw everything at that 10-pin, but didn't knock it over.
That's a bad break. I mean, that's a high percentage strike. He hit a little bit light in the pocket. The ball is zooming back from the left-hand gutter. Now he's just going to try and make this 10-pin.
No doubt. Couture and Stus both bowling on lane 34. In fact, every senior has bowled on lane... No, Dickinson bowled on 33, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Correct. For the double. And the 2-4-5. Deep inside there.
He's playing deep inside, and Gene has had a little trouble with his timing this week. I noticed that he was getting the line a little bit early, having to pull the ball through, and he was coming in light quite a bit.
Changes balls to go straight at the 2-4-5. Tough spare. We get a look at how Stus played at lane 34 right here.
He's playing it from a deeper inside angle, Mike. He's actually near the fourth arrow at the arrows, swinging the ball out to the right. Now we'll watch Pete Couture with a much straighter trajectory, playing between the second and third arrow, not throwing a lot of hook. Right now, advantage Couture.
All the way. Forkel trying to regroup on lane 33. He comes up high and leaves just the 6-pin. So right now the team of Forkel and Stus a little bit shaky.
Yes, they are. And we see the same thing that happened in our last match. When one player had some trouble, it carried over into the other player's next shot. Eric Forkel, an excellent spare shooter, should have absolutely no trouble making this 6-pin.
He gave some advice to his partner, Gene Stus, earlier this week. Here's what it was.
Yeah, well, he was having some trouble out there. I mean, obviously he bowled well to make the finals, but he was having some trouble with his finish, and I gave him a little tip. I told him before your second to last step, kind of relax the drive step, which would enable him to slide a little better, because he was having some hard times getting the slide in there. He doesn't slide a lot, and he always has a bit of a kind of a stop pull to his game, but the worse he would do it, it would get really bad. So he told me that he's been having trouble with it, and I suggested on your second to last step, relax the pivot step, which will allow the fill step to be a little smoother, and he bowled it great last night. So whether it was a coincidence or whatever, it worked out. It was awesome.
Forkel whispering in his ear, you know, bend the knee.
He's re-emphasizing that tip. Well, Pete Couture is removing his watch.
I don't decided he doesn't care what time it is.
That's right. He just wants to bowl. He needs to make this spare.
It's spare time
to keep his team in a 10-pin lead. Oh,
nice try.
Just hangs on.
It's the Paris Open. Pete Sampras, the defending champion in the final Mercedes Super 9 Tournament of the Year. The Paris Open. All top 20 players will be competing, including Sampras, Chang, Mooster, and Agassi. The action starts on Halloween at 4 o'clock Eastern Time and continues to the finals on November the 3rd at 4:30 Eastern Time. And it's 2-4-7 time for Parker Bohn, as all the players now are suddenly struggling just a little bit.
You know, it could be the last shot that Parker threw on lane 33 where he came in light and left the 7-pin, or the 10-pin, excuse me. Maybe he feels like he needs to get the ball high flush in the pocket to strike, but I think he needs to go back to what he was doing earlier in the game, trust the ball, get the good speed, give it room. With this spare, he'll still take a 7-pin lead in the match.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Takes the middle pin, the 4-pin, right out of the 2-4-7.
Well, you'll see this about once or twice a year. Watch this ball go way, way, way to the left. It's hooking back. Looks like it's going to cover the 2-4-7 and gets nothing but the 4-pin. It's so unusual I can hardly say it.
That should relax Stus a little bit here, and does. Plunks it right in there.
Yeah, that's a huge break for Gene Stus and Eric Forkel, and when you get something like that, when you get a break, well, you've got to be able to just step right into it. Gene Stus does. Now, Eric Forkel on the left-hand lane for a strike. They find themselves in the lead by 5 even before Stus threw that last shot.
And they can go up to 15 if he can double right here, as the scoreboard tells us.
And keep the momentum.
Wow, did he get that out there?
Now, I really don't think he was trying to loft the ball that far out of the lane.
Is he turned into John Hricsina on the left here?
Well, that's what it looked like. I just don't think that's what he was trying to do. But
I do know that he has been trying to get it further out of the lane all week long and increase the hit.
Well, you can see the end of this shot. That's right where it wants to be. I'm not sure it was where it wanted to be when he threw the ball.
Couture. Perfect.
Pete seems to have a little bit of hold area on lane 34. He can tug the ball a little bit to the left, but he can't swing the ball out to the right.
I don't know. My gut tells me this is an awful big shot right now for Parker Bohn and the team of Couture and Bohn.
Well, you know, I would have thought, Mike, that the last game would have loosened Parker up and given him the momentum to keep making those great shots. He needs to keep the speed up. He can't be tentative with this release.
High again, leaves the 4-pin. He's scratching his head there. What's happened, he says. He's mumbling to himself, but he can't quite pick up his thoughts.
I really think he's confused right now. I believe he thought that ball was thrown properly, but it hooked up high.
Parker Bohn makes the 4-pin, but his team still trails by 15 pins. Can they come back? We'll find out right after this.
People keep asking me, how does it feel to be Steve Young? Frankly, it hurts. Give me my Advil. Nothing has shown me that works better on aching muscles, or proven that it lasts longer.
For sore muscles, more doctors recommend Advil than any other pain reliever.
Nasty game.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain. And for a cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on colds like Advil is on pain.
Morning number 3. Smoke-free. Nice going Nicoderm CQ. Doing fine with no help, thanks. You want to cheat? No. Come on, just one. No. I hate how calm you are. That's the CQ.
Only Nicoderm CQ starts you off with the highest level of medicine. A 24-hour stream that's still with you when you wake up.
It helps calm the cravings. You'll see.
Nicoderm CQ. The power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
Sixth-frame action, the semifinal match. The team of Stus and Forkel lead by 15 pins, working on 2 strikes in a row.
And there's our host, Norm Genrun and Phyllis Hostry.
The wife of, or widow of Ernie Hostry, who's threw the best reverse hook I ever saw.
Oh, you sure did.
The 2-5-8.
And you know, Mike, once again, it looks like he's getting to the line a little early and not able to get the leverage to make the ball hook back. I believe we've had 4 open frames during the telecast. Only one of them by a touring player, the other 3 by seniors.
Now, he didn't switch balls to shoot at this.
He's going to try and hook the ball back into this spare. Tough shot.
Perfect.
Very, very good conversion for Gene Stus.
But that keeps the team of Bohn and Couture in the match.
Yeah, we'll see Gene Stus. Watch his shot. This is his first delivery. You can see he's at the line. Now he's got to pull through. Just doesn't quite get the leverage to get the ball back to pocket.
Eric getting it well out of the lane again. Perfect in the 1-2 pocket. Forkel looking strong.
Well, where Parker Bohn has lost that left-hand lane, Eric Forkel has certainly found it and looks very comfortable throwing his shots.
Eric adjusting by a little more loft. Would Parker take notice of that?
Well, he may, but Parker isn't much for lofting the ball. Parker likes to go with more speed. Eric is a very scientific bowler. He likes to break it down and try all sorts of things. We see Eric. Oh, that went way wide.
Unfortunately, it didn't leave the washout.
What a shot. All right, come on, run it down. Man.
Yeah, he's very disappointed. Right when he threw this shot, he knows he got this ball wide. I said earlier, he has room to the left. He has no room to the right. His mistakes have to be on the pulled side, not the swung side.
And Pete Couture beating himself up just a little bit there.
Yeah, he's beating himself up, but he'll regroup. He should make this spare. Oh, no problem.
The wind knocked over the 8-pin.
As we can see, Pete and his ball trying to knock all 3 down. Does he have them? Oh, easily.
Boy, I swear that nothing hit that 8-pin. I think it was the head pin that clipped it going by.
I'm not sure, but it's down as we still have a 15-pin lead for Stus and Forkel, and Bohn needs to strike and set things up for his partner going into the 9th frame.
High again. The 10-pin this time.
Well, whatever kind of adjustments Parker's making aren't working. He's kind of mumbling to himself, too.
Wish he'd speak a little louder so I can understand what he's saying here. Speaking Parkerese right now. Cross lane at the 10-pin. Has it. It still trails by 16 pins. Team of Forkel and Stus working on the strike. Again with a hammer in their hand.
Yeah, and Stus struggled on this lane in his last delivery, leaving the 2 and the 5-8. Needs to get that ball to hook into the pocket. Let's see if he gets his timing a little better, gets it underneath himself, make the ball hook.
Oh, perfect. Perfect shot.
And I'll bet you that Eric Forkel had to talk to him in between frames.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee. Eric Forkel, the coach, and there's his student, Gene Stus.
9th frame, 26 pins the difference. This really squeezes him with a strike here.
This is what doubles is all about. Eric not only making strikes, but giving his partner the right words to help him strike as well.
Oh, what a nice break that was. The old bucket crumbler there.
Yeah, he lofted the ball out of the lane, got the good pin action, and Pete Couture and Parker Bohn are in a very, very big deficit of 36 pins. They must strike here and hope for some help from Gene Stus to have any chance. All right, give me one. As you can see, Mike, he had that ball much more on line, didn't swing it out to the right. 10 pins.
The decision at the start of the match by Forkel and Stus to make Bohn finish on the left lane turned out to be a stroke of genius.
Well, how did they know that Parker Bohn was going to start to struggle in that left-hand lane?
They didn't, but it turned out that way.
Yeah, it was. I really think they were very fortunate. Still coming in high. He's making adjustments. It doesn't look like he's making adjustments by where his ball is finishing, but I know he's continuing to move, trying everything he can. The best they can shoot is 179, and Gene Stus and Eric Forkel are going to be bowling in the title match.
Cross lane at the 4-pin. Who would have thought after the opening match these guys bowled at 245 that Parker would not get a strike in this match and they would not double at all between the two of them?
Well, that's how interesting this game can be. Just when you feel like you've really got it mastered, it slips away from you, and a very dejected Pete Couture. And it'll be a third-place finish for Parker Bohn III and Pete Couture. Now here's an important shot for Gene, trying to keep the momentum. He only needs 5 pins to win the game, but he wants to keep striking.
Very confident shot there.
He's looking very good right now. They're putting themselves in the position they want to be in. They've won the match. Now they're both comfortable on both the lanes. I think they have an excellent chance in the title match. Jason Couch and Larry Laub are practicing off to the side. They know who they'll be bowling.
So Stus, rather, still trying to maintain the stroke. They all fall when it doesn't matter.
Yeah, those shots in the 10th when the game is over, they're pretty easy.
One more strike, and he'll finish with 235. They'll finish with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikes if he strikes right here.
And now, what will the team of Laub and Couch do? Who do they make finish? Both these players look very, very strong right now as they get a congratulatory handshake from Couture and Bohn.
Final score. Team of Forkel Stus 234 over Bohn and Couture 179. We'll be back with Championship Frame, a review of these previous matches, right after these important words. Stay with us.
Once in a while, if you're lucky, you get to see this. Watch and wait long enough, you may catch something like this. But why wait for one fabulous follow-up when you can have bunches of crunches? Hot on the heels of Choice Mark's Smash Hit Sports Video Series comes the amazing Sports Video Collection. All new and only from Choice Mark. 5 tapes, hours of entertainment, just $19.95. This offer is not available in stores. Call now. Look, these are some bone-crunching, hair-raising, side-splitting bloopers most never before seen on TV. They'll make you laugh and make you cringe. This is the ultimate collection of sports bloopers. They'll entertain you for years to come. Watch raging cattle turn cowboys into hamburger. Gotta hurt. Gotta love it. There's motocross madness. That's painfully funny. But this guy's not laughing. You'll be rewinding to see it again. Bam! Witness the pandemonium. 5 different videos, hours of gut-wrenching, entertaining bloopers from all your favorite sports. They even poke good-natured fun at some of your favorite athletes, like Deion Sanders and Sir Charles Barkley. For just $19.95, you'll get amazing hits, KOs, and crunches, funniest basketball bloopers, funniest sports bloopers, the lighter side of sports, and the amazing Superstar Sports Quiz so you can challenge friends at your next sports get-together and see classic footage of your favorite heroes in action, like Jolton Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. Every scene is handpicked by Choice Mark, so it's right on the mark. Right for you, right for the sports fan on your gift list. Race to the phone to take advantage of this exclusive TV offer and order your 5 hard-hitting videos for only $19.95. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't wait. You'll only be hurting yourself.
Call 1-800-398-6363 to get the amazing sports video collection. 5 incredible videos for one low price of $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping. A $75 retail value and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-398-6363 now.
Now it's time for championship frame. And in our opening match, John Hricsina is in the 9th frame here, Marshall.
John Hricsina in the 9th frame. They lead by 25 pins, and this shot really took care of the match for him. Good loft on the ball. And look at that result. Kind of tickled him over.
As they used to say, Billy Waylu, hit him thin and watch him spin.
And he likes it.
So in the opening match, Steelsmith Hricsina defeated Belmont Dickinson 257 to 234. That set him up to go against Bohn and Couture, and Parker's in the 10th frame here.
And he needs a strike and 5 pins to win this match. He gets up on lane 33, makes a very, very confident delivery. Ball going way to the left. Here she comes.
Perfect shot, but he didn't get many more after that. His reaction?
He likes that one, but he did have trouble in the next match.
Final score there. Bohn and Couture defeated Steelsmith and Hricsina 245 to 204. They now took on Eric Forkel and Gene Stus, and Eric Forkel's in the 9th frame here.
And this shot pretty well closes the door on Bohn and Couture. Eric Forkel on lane 33, getting good loft on the ball, watching it roll, waiting for the ball to hook. Come on, ball. And he gets that light hit for 10 down.
Well, he watched Hricsina earlier. His reaction. Smack of the hands. They defeated the team of Bohn and Couture 234 to 179. Our championship match, Forkel and Stus take on Couch and Laub. We'll be back right after this.
Do you really want to go up that ladder and paint your house? Do you really want to scrape and scrape? Is this where you want to be, with all that scraping and painting ahead? Or would you rather be sitting pretty, admiring your beautiful home, newly sided by Century 21 Home Improvements? We'll side now, but you won't pay until later, much later. In fact, you'll make no payments and pay no interest for 6 months. Vinyl siding from Century 21 Home Improvements transforms wood frame houses. And stucco and brick homeowners, watch this. Our eaves and overhang system can make your home virtually maintenance-free. Call America's most experienced home improvement business, Century 21 Home Improvements.
Call 1-800-810-9494 for your free in-home consultation and make no payments and pay no interest for 6 months on vinyl siding from Century 21 Home Improvements.
Pool the Master's Way and learn from the best. 2 of America's favorite instructional videos are now available only through this special TV offer. Get tips from Steve Miserak, Pretty Boy Floyd, Iwo Mataya, and other pool greats. Now, for a limited time, you can order both videos for the price of one. Learn the secrets of breaks, banks, defense, position, angles, and trick shots like the Massey and the jump.
Take it from me, The Miz. When you purchase Pool the Master's Way and learn from the best, you'll learn everything you need to know how to shoot pool like a pro. With these 2 tapes, you can do almost anything. Except beat me.
World champion Steve Miserak takes you through the best ways to improve your game. Call the number on your screen and we'll send you this wonderful 2-video cassette collection for just $19.95 plus postage and handling.
2 for the price of 1? How can you go wrong?
These videos have never been offered together and are only being offered for a limited time. Call now. Have your credit card ready. An operator is waiting for your call. Sorry, no CODs. Call now.
Hi, everybody. Mike Durbin here, along with PBA Hall of Famer Marshall Holman. We're for the championship round finals of the Touring Pro Senior Doubles in East Providence, Rhode Island. And right now, my partner, Marshall Holman, has our lead team.
Thank you, Mike. I'm with Jason Couch and Larry Laub. Jason, you and Larry have decided to let Gene Stus finish the match for the other team, and you're going to finish the match on the left-hand lane. You want to be the one in control. You want to finish the match.
Well, I think Larry's going to get out in such a big lead that I'm not going to have to worry about finishing the game off.
That sounds good. Larry, you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. They seem confident. It's going to be a great match. Let's get to that title match.
Jason Couch with both fists upward.
Go, Claude!
All right, partner. Go, baby.
We can hear that Jason is wearing a microphone.
Okay.
Eric Forkel starting the match on lane 33, a lane that he had very little trouble with in the semifinal match. Again, trying for extra loft. Ooh, and a solid 7-pin right out of the gate.
Well, he made a good shot. He threw the ball where he wanted to, and he's got to be pleased with the way that ball reacted. Just a little disappointed that the 7-pin didn't fall. As you see, Eric Forkel's career earnings of a little over $579,000. Taking a harder ball to shoot at the 7-pin, very straight. Oh! And if he had used his other ball, he'd have missed it by a mile, Mike.
And you say, what's everybody worried about?
All right, let's take a look at this, Mike. I don't think this ball just barely touches the 7-pin. That's why they use harder balls for the spares. We see Larry Laub on the right-hand lane. A very, very confident shot to open up the match.
Well, if Jason Couch was your partner, you might be confident, too.
Yeah, Jason threw a lot of strikes and in the qualifying and match play of this tournament and looked good in practice.
And he's 4-0. Never lost from the tops position.
Well, and he's got to feel confident about that. I know there's the graphic in the #1 qualifying position. I think he's looking at nothing but first place right now. And the same result that Eric Forkel had.
Good shot.
See, he's patting himself on the back. He's saying good shot. He's upset he didn't strike. He's going once again for a harder ball to shoot at the spare.
I remember last week when Walter Ray left all of those 10 pins and never beat himself up or luck, anything. He just accepted them and moved on. What's this ball that he's using, Mark?
Well, it's a clear plastic ball. You can actually see the weight block. And Jason likes to use that ball for his spares. It doesn't hook a lot. Makes it easier for him to go hard and straight.
He runs over, gets his ditty bag, and has some repair work to do on some ball or something.
Gene Stus in the second frame. Trying to get a strike going.
And does.
Very good shot for Gene.
A reminder of the NFL on ESPN. The NFL is back on ESPN Sunday night, November the 3rd, when the 49ers travel to Cajun country to take on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are prepared, coming off a bye week, and hope to avenge their earlier 27-11 loss. The 49ers, however, always have Jerry Rice. He puts up all-pro numbers. Tune in 8 p.m. Eastern Sunday night for the NFL and watch Eric Forkel make the pins dance.
Well, Mike, there's that ball with the with that clear plastic. You can actually see the weight block. It's an interesting kind of design.
I can remember seeing a ball like that 25 years ago at a pot game I used to bowl in San Fernando Bowl in San Fernando.
Ooh. A half 10 for Larry Laub. Made a good delivery.
There's a special tournament, the Comfort Inn tournament. If Larry Laub wins this tournament, he will qualify for it because it takes 12 winners and 4 off the point list. If he doesn't win, then Gene Stus is going to get in on the point list. So it's a special tournament where both the touring players and the seniors compete in their own special tournaments. A lot of money at stake in that tournament.
Yes, a lot of money.
These are the 16 qualifiers right now. Some of the who's who on the senior tour. It's going to come down to Stus or Laub. At least they get to battle it out amongst themselves right here.
And I think Larry's glad that it isn't going to be a wrestling match.
Or...
All right, Jason Couch getting ready to bowl in the 4th frame. They trail by 11 pins. He needs to make that same shot he made the last time.
Oh, my goodness. What is that? The 2, 4, 7, 6, 10.
Big shocker.
And the 8. Let's see. The 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. There we go. We got them all in
He gets the ball down a little early. This is similar to what was happening with Parker Bohn. This ball hooks so hard, takes 4 right out of the center. A very, very unusual hit. Something 5 years ago you wouldn't have seen at all. Now it's actually with the reactive balls. He's going to go with his strike ball, use the hook to try and make this. And it is an outside chance that it can be made.
Hit it! Come on! What a shot. But...
Well, this is a heck of an effort by Jason. You can see the ball just doesn't quite drive hard enough to get that sleeper. But then, I don't even know what pin that was. Almost.
It was a 6 pin, I think.
6 pin jumps off the sideboard and almost makes it.
What a commanding position Stus and Forkel are in right now.
Oh! Well, you know, that's the way bowling can be sometimes. Jason Couch pays full penalty for his error, and Gene Stus is rewarded for a shot that was equally as poor.
But he got a strike, yes.
And he likes it.
He loves it. That gives them a 28-pin lead, working on 3 in a row with Forkel, ready to crush him in the first half of the or the final game.
That's right. And Eric has been living in the pocket both last match and in the first couple shots this game. He knows how important this shot is. Oh, they're putting it on him right now, and it really is going to be tough. Larry Laub has got to strike now. They've got to try and seize some of the momentum. You know, when you're lucky and you're good, it makes it pretty easy to win. And right now, early in this match, they've got that going. Larry Laub for a strike in the 5th frame.
Larry won his first tournament in 1970. I asked him what changes he's made since then.
Well, there's been quite a few changes. The surfaces have changes, so I had to change with it. I used to release the ball early, and now I'm trying to loft it a little more. And we got new balls out there, so basically the biggest thing I'm doing is trying to loft it more.
He also changed all the pitches in his ball. He's gone from a 1/2 inch reversed to 5/16 forward and a little what they call away from palm or left. Says he gets out the ball cleaner, and they come back with a double.
All right, well, to Jason's credit, he comes back after that shot prior where he went right through the heart, made the proper adjustment, and got all 10 pins down.
Still trail by 38 pins with half a game to go, but we know in the sport of bowling that one shot can turn a match around.
Well, this was an interesting shot right here for Gene because he just came in light prior on his pass delivery. Will he make the adjustment, and will it work? See, he made the adjustment, and
it didn't work.
It didn't work at all. He didn't want to come in light again, didn't want to take the chance of leaving the 210. Now he leaves the big 4. He'll just try and get 2 of them, and this match is all of a sudden very close once again.
Yes.
He made the professional adjustment, but just a little too much. You can see it going right through the heart. Didn't get any luck on that shot. Holy mackerel! Oh my gosh, he almost makes it.
Wow. That's as close as you've ever got to see it. There's no way that 7 pin should have missed the 4.
Well, he was trying just to get the 2 pins on the right, and they flew back out and almost knocked it the 7-pin into the 4-pin, as Laub and Couture are now 22 pins behind.
Again, we see it.
The one partner makes a bad shot, and then you see his partner coming up right afterwards making another bad shot. They're bowling pairs, and these shots are coming in pairs.
It's like they have a motion tied together.
That's exactly what they're doing. At least it certainly seemed that way. Now, very important for Eric to make this fair. He didn't look very good shooting the 7-pin with this ball a couple frames ago.
More loft.
And he makes the spare.
The team of Forkel and Stus lead in this match by 22 pins. Can Couch and Laub come back in the championship match? We'll find out right after this. Don't go away.
Patient regained normal function following arthroscopy.
No abnormalities detected. Baseline mammogram normal.
Schedule a CT scan of the chest to evaluate left upper lobe.
The most important quality in your life is the quality of your health.
Arthrectomy reestablished normal flow to the myocardium.
And it's our job to see that you keep it. We're working to make the care of your health more available, more affordable, and more skilled than ever before. We're your doctors, your nurses, your medical technology when you need it, where you need it. We're your teachers for the prevention and health education that keeps you well. Together, we're leading the way to wellness and medical excellence, improving the quality of life for the families we serve. Lancaster Health Alliance. We're together for your health.
As part of our relationship with the NFL and the NBA, we educate first-year players on how to deal with us, with the media. It's kind of like our own rookie camp.
All right, you guys have money, but you don't have attitude. You're too nice. It's pathetic. You're the man. Say it. You're the man.
I'm the man.
I'm the man. Come on, it's gotta be like, I'm the man. You gotta raise it up like that. Puff up a little bit.
You.
I'm the man.
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 I tell you what, it's working. We're making a difference.
You'll find her wherever there's a morning and a road. Distance champion Deanna Sodoma, training and competing all over the world on the strength of her own determination and on the wings of Northwest Airlines.
And upcoming events on the PBA Tour, the Greater Harrisburg Open at ABC West Lanes in Mechanicsburg, PA, Wednesday, November 6th, 8 o'clock. That's a new time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time to 9:30, live on ESPN.
And we'll follow that the following week with the Bayer Brunswick Touring Players Championship. That comes from the arena setting of Robert Morris College in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's a different day. We got to pay attention here. Tuesday, November the 12th. 7:30, and we remember last year that Randy Peterson led that tournament. Ernie Schlegel won it when Randy left a solid 8, and Ernie is still dancing since that time.
Ernie is always dancing, Mike.
Right now, Larry Laub wants to make the pins dance as his team trails by 22, but with 2 strikes here, they can really make this match interesting.
That's right, Mike, and Larry's looked very good in his last couple of deliveries on lane 34. Now, he has been waiting for a couple minutes during commercial, but I really feel good about his chances of striking on this shot.
Well, he gets a 2-pin out, but the 8 didn't. Almost the same break that Stus got. Again, that delay with the commercial break, tough to make the good shot.
Yeah, it was. And you could see his swing bumped out a little bit to the right. He got around that ball, didn't get the good leverage. And when he threw it to the right, kind of a la Pete Couture a couple games ago, it wouldn't hook back.
At the 8-pin, hits a dead flush.
You can see Jason Couch giving him 5 on that shot, saying, thanks for making that spare, partner. I'm going to pick you up right here with a strike.
8 frame, 23 pins the difference. Jason taking a little extra time, but he's got lots of time left on the shot clock.
Yes, Hoss.
That's a new name for that bowling ball. He's going back to the Ponderosa.
Come on, we got a shot.
All right, let's watch this shot of Jason Couch.
Yes, Hoss.
Is that Hoss Cartwright?
I don't know, but whoever it is, he likes him.
And Gene Stus likes that one. Maintaining that 23-pin edge. Eric Forkel can send it to 33 with a strike.
What a great shot from Stus. He comes in light and tickles him over. Then he comes in high, big 4. This shot, nothing but 10 in the pit. And watch this reaction.
Little swivel hips.
Eric Forkel can make it a 33-pin advantage and really sees total command of this match. What a professional shot, Mike. That really was very confident. That's the last shot that Eric will be throwing in this tournament. He leaves it up to Gene Stus, but he sets it up for them to win the tournament.
And to have any chance, Larry must strike here.
I certainly agree with you. Look at the smile on Eric Forkel's face.
Oh, the solid 10. He couldn't have thrown it any better, and that basically eliminates any chance the team of Couture or Laub and Couch had. So Jason's record from the top position is going to go to 4-1.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. You know, he got up and he did everything he had to do. He made the good delivery, but the 10-pin was stubborn.
Converts the spare, but the best they can get now is 201.
And it would take a miracle from Forkel and Stus, and I don't think Gene's going to have any trouble keeping that big frame of his behind the foul line.
He's already playing in the middle of the lane, so he's not going to dip it in or anything like that.
Well, I know they're smiling on the inside right now. They're keeping a pretty somber mood right now, though. Now that's almost automatic after Larry, his partner, gets the bad break for the 10-pin.
Well, the difference there, if Larry carries that, they've got 20 more pins. Instead of being down by 33, they're down by 13.
Exactly, and if he would have struck there and then strikes on this shot, it would have forced Stus to, I believe, get 8 on the first shot spare strike to win. So an 18 fill would not have been a guarantee.
Wouldn't have been an automatic.
But, you know, we got all these ifs and ands, and
bottom line is that 10-pin stood.
Yeah. And a nice finish by Jason Couch, getting up in the 10th frame.
One shot he got soft.
One shot, he's saying.
He got soft on that one shot, left that big wide open split. He throws such a powerful ball that when he doesn't throw it with good ball speed, it takes off to the right in a hurry.
Strike here finishes with 201. Very respectable game, just not good enough for this night. Just one errant shot by Jason Couch. Gene Stus finishing it out here. Basically needs to stay behind the foul line, which he has done. Right in the pocket, carries that 10-pin. Eric Forkel, the big hug. Forkel with his 4th victory. Stus with his 7th on the senior side of it. If he strikes it out here, he's going to finish with 244. Outstanding performance from these two players. And Gene doesn't care at all right now. Congratulations coming from Larry Laub and from Jason Couch. Gene finishing out with the spare conversion is going to finish with 232. Right now, my partner, Marshall Holman, is going to be with the tournament winner, Eric Forkel, and Gene Stus.
All right, I'm with the champion. Congratulations, Eric Forkel. Eric, we got Gene Stus with you. Gene, congratulations. You made that errant shot in the middle of the game and gave him a chance to get back, but you were able to regroup. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, Marshall. Thanks, Eric. He worked with me between blocks, got me straightened out a little bit, and I kind of got soft on that shot, and he says, keep hurting, Gino.
Yeah.
Eric, it looked like you were doing a little bit of coaching while you were actually bowling.
Well, I always like to do that when I bowl, and then I had to coach myself a little bit. I got a little soft on a few shots on the left lane, but once I got the ball over the head, they were hooking early.
All right, well, congratulations to Eric Forkel and Gene Stus, and back to you, Mike.
Next week, be sure to join us for the Greater Harrisburg Open. Coming up next, the World Masters Billiards Championship.